I'm watching the news this morning about what's going on in Israel. I want to play this scene for you.
I want to interrupt you. I want to interrupt you here. I want to interrupt you here and just warn our viewers. It is not too graphic, but we should show you this. There is a body bag and a body inside of a police officer, and from a distance we will show. I'll ask my cameraman to be thoughtful with this shot, but we want to show you the horrific nature of what is unfolding live here in southern Israel.
It's Trey.
But we can continue to talk here.
Yes, so we are going to be praying for this family. That is someone who lost their life in a horrific terrorist attack that should have never happened. You said 8 officers were killed at this location. Is that what we heard from Dean? And then 30 officers across Israel?
8 officers and 37 officers across Israel. Many of these men and women were the first line of defense for these communities, and they weren't armed with the heavy weaponry that these Hamas militants were. We've seen areas of Sderot that were hit with RPGs, machine gun fire. We saw and showed you the Hamas pickup trucks yesterday that are littering this town. They came prepared to slaughter anyone in their path, and they did just that. I'm going to stop talking here. You guys can discuss, but I just want to give this the respect that it needs.
Yeah, Trey.
And like I said, just to reiterate, I want to remind you that that's not just an Israeli police officer, that's someone's father, someone's brother, maybe an athlete, a musician. We don't know who these people were. We will try to tell their stories and get more information about who these initial responders to this attack were, but they're humans, and they leave behind mourning family members, people who their entire world is now shattered as a result.
A victim of terrorism, someone who loved their country, someone who served in law enforcement, and someone who just wanted to protect their community. But how do you protect your community when you're invaded in the dark of night while people are sleeping? Children slaughtered, families slaughtered, police officers, as we just saw, slaughtered. We pray for that man and that individual. Trey, we're going to bring in Israeli Defense Forces spokesman Major Ben Wall.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. So, are you anticipating a multi-front war here? I know you're prepared for that, but what exactly are you anticipating this hour?
Yeah, so as Trey has just shown you, it's Monday night here, and we're 2 days after this absolutely heinous and barbaric attack, where hundreds of terrorists stormed from Gaza into Israel and absolutely massacred and murdered entire families and women and children and elderly. And as Trey mentioned, kidnapped and taken hostages, tens more inside Gaza. Our forces are still fighting in the south of Israel, clearing the areas of all these terrorists and making sure that our civilians are safe. And as you mentioned, we are looking to our other fronts, eye out on every front where we might be attacked from.
You know, Major Wallhouse, you're looking there. I don't know if you can see this, but our reporter Trey Yingst is on the ground, and we are looking at a truck, and you can see what appear to be bodies that are piled up in the back of that truck. I know it is about 7:30 p.m. local time there in Israel. Is this just a 24-hour effort? I mean, we're here now 48 hours, and you are still collecting the bodies of innocent Israelis that should still be here with us.
As our Prime Minister has said, we're in this for the long haul. We're 48 hours in. We're still fighting in the south of Israel. We're trying to decimate Hamas's military capabilities in Gaza. We're looking to the north, and we're looking to protect our civilians, whatever that requires. And it's not an easy thing. Hamas has been in Gaza now, controlling Gaza for over 15 years. And instead of using that time to help its population, to help the area flourish, it's invested billions. So taking that apart, which is what the directive we have from our government to do, is not a quick thing. It's going to take time, but it's something that we're resolved to do, and that our civilian population is resolved to support us in doing.
And Major Wallhouse, a quick update this hour. I know you've called up 300,000 reservists. Are we expecting to see a ground force incursion here in the near future?
But at the moment, all the options are on the table. Our main priority at the moment is to stop the attacks. We have to stop the attacks inside Israel. We have to rid the entire southern Israel from all the Hamas terrorists. And we have to stop the attacks emanating from Gaza. As you've just seen with Trey's reporting,